The next track is called The Energy.
The energy.
Yes. Remember what potential energy is?
It's when, like, you have this pen, right? It's right here. It has potential energy to fall and hit him on the head. But if I release it, then kinetic.
Yeah, the potential energy is realized, right?
Yeah.
What's my life magnifies, the disease dies. What's my life magnifies, the disease dies.
Yeah, you know that light can kill germs, right? That,
So why isn't soap just a big light that you shine at your hand?
well, the sun sort of is, right? So he's saying that he doesn't like, he likes positive energy, he doesn't like negative energy. So the negative energy is like a disease, and my light, so his aura and his positive energy magnifies like a real light, and that kills the disease of the negative energy. So once my light magnifies, the disease dies. Yes, he's very good at metaphors and well, more than similes, I think, because similes use like and as, and he doesn't use like and as. He doesn't rely on that as a crutch or anything.
Yeah, disease can't fight oxygen and light. I box them in so tight, know where they gon' go. And gigawatts is low, they won't know what hit them. I warn them, then I let the energy submit them. Police yourself, increase your wealth, so you can live longer and stronger. For real though, I don't know what you subject to, but I suppose it ain't a bed of roses.
I always like that. I don't know what you're subject to, but I suppose it ain't a bed of roses. So he's saying that I'm not sure what's happening in your life. We don't know what's really happening in anyone else's life except our own, right? But I suppose it ain't a bed of roses. So it's probably, you have a lot of difficulties, right? Everyone has hardships, even if they look like they don't. You agree?
Like the richest of the rich.
Yeah, they probably,
Their problem isn't the money, but they might have a problem.
they might have some other problems, like their girlfriend upset them or something, right?
Oh no, you got my order wrong at Starbucks.
Exactly.
Neither is mine, so let the energy combine. It's stripped the numbers, there's no need to wonder. A slumber, a blunder. Feel the land down under the pipe storm drain where it hurts so good, but it's not pain. I mean it hurts so good, but it's not pain. I said it hurts so good, but it's not pain. It's the electric charge coming from the mainframe, and my main aim to dig through the dirt, stay alert, and serve the power.
How good does that sound, eh? Just the electric charge coming from the main frame and my main aim to dig through the dirt.
Stay alert.
Stay alert. Yeah, his rhyming is great.
How can he keep doing this? How does he think of this stuff? How can he sit down, take a piece of paper, and just rhyme?
It's
I
a
can't
skill.
rhyme. I can't. I don't understand how people can rhyme.
Yeah, it's
Like
an amazing
nothing.
skill.
Okay, does anything rhyme with orange? No. So what if you accidentally put that in your thing and then you're stuck for the next 2 hours trying to find a rhyme for orange?
Well, actually, Eminem, the rapper, he has shown that you can rhyme with orange because
Porridge. No, that doesn't work.
just the way you use it. If you say orange, orange, porridge, like if you twist the word, like you notice Aceyalone does that a lot, right? He'll pronounce a word differently than abnormally, and so in order to make it rhyme or fit. So that's the power of hip hop.
Going to my energy will work. Pure energy spurts, sporadic, automatic, mathematic, melodramatic, acrobatic, diplomatic, charismatic, leaving my static, Asiatic, microphone, fanatic, alone, blown in the whirlwind. I had a storm, make the energy transform and convert, introvert, turn extrovert, assert myself to eliminate the hurt.
So
Didn't understand a word that just happened.
Okay, so let's break down a few of the.
Systematic. That's like 5 S's in it.
Okay, so we'll start from there. Okay, my main aim to dig through the dirt, stay alert, insert the power cord so my energy will work. Pure energy spurts, sporadic, automatic, mathematic, melodramatic, acrobatic, diplomatic, charismatic. So, put it in the.
Charismatic.
See, even somebody who's charismatic makes things interesting, so he made the actual word charismatic.
Wait,
You know what I'm saying?
it's not spelled with that many S's?
No, it's not.
Oh!
Yeah. And then, so even my static, Asiatic, microphone fanatic, alone, blown in the whirlwind, eye of the storm, make the energy transform and convert, introvert, turn extrovert. So, you familiar with introverts, extroverts?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, his energy will make you transform, so you'll turn from an introvert to an extrovert, and then he asserts himself to eliminate the hurt, which I think is what the next song is. It's a transitioning. I think the next one is the hurt. Yes.
Told you.
So,
Awesome.
and what is the genius annotation here? He overpowers the negative energy. The next track is called the hurt.
Wow.
Well, look at us. We're geniuses.
Wow.
Because we just said that exact same thing.
Manifestation, revelation, lution, retribution, solution. My people's a poor community, war with rivalry for the poor. Can afford self-genocide.
So let's see what they're saying here. Manifestation, revelation, lution. So he's putting revolution and revelation together. You know what revelation is?
Like when you come to like the idea or like the conclusion or something.
Yes, when you have like a new idea hits you, right? Or you see things in a new way. And I always love KRS, my favorite rapper, KRS One. He says instead of being a revolutionary, he's a revelationary. So they actually said something similar because, he's always come up with new ideas, right? So revelations. And revelations is also in the Bible.
Will help him aside. He's on your side of the fight. Yes, but unfortunately, unproportionately, out of order, we have chaos. Chaos to order, the close of the borders, the flip of the cord of the playhouse. Existing in this game of sense and a change, and all within the past, and the movement of the mass, but the core monitor. And as the dust settles, another one bites. He fights, but he lost his life and vice. These ice, my vice, don't play unless you plan to pay the price. The more liquor.
So as the dust settles, another one bites, probably referencing Another One Bites the Dust. You know that song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as the dust settles, another one bites. He fights, but he lost his life with vice. He's ice, my vice, don't play unless you plan to pay the price. The more look around, the more.
So what do you think he's talking about in this song?
I don't know. Like, we were talking about, like, being emotionally hurt by someone?
Yeah.
How, like, I don't know.
No, well, it's a song. An album like this too is open to a lot of interpretation, right? So it depends on the person and what it means to them and everything. Just like all art, right? It's sort of subjective. So there's no right or wrong answer.
We all hurt sometimes, don't we? We all get hurt sometimes, don't we? We all laugh sometimes, don't we? We often pass the time, don't we? We all get mad sometimes, don't we? We all can flash at times, can't we? I rise to the occasion without a scratch or abrasion, just a hop, skip and a jump away from a rock hit and a drunk. No loitering here. Hey, y'all can't hang out after dark here. Excuse me, sir, but you can't park here. I mean, tell your dogs that they can't bark here. I mean, the world is moving, baby, but you gotta just hold on. But sometimes you can't just hold on. You gotta just let it go. Let it go.
Okay, I think he sort of explained a few things about what the song was to him in the outro there. Some interesting questions. We all hurt sometimes, don't we? So that is a universal, right? We all get hurt sometimes, don't we? We all laugh sometimes, don't we? So again, sort of like the balance, right? We're getting hurt and we're laughing. Life because the album is about everything, right? And I liked how he's saying, no loitering here, y'all can't hang out after dark here, excuse me, sir, but you can't park here. It's like there's always a problem, right? And I mean, tell your dogs they can't bark here. I tell my dog all the time, don't you can't bark here. And does it listen?
Mm-mm.
Never. On to the next track, which is called The Hold.
Hold on, it's what they say. But I say open up your hands and let it fly away. Till the day it comes back and it was meant to be. Take a look at the lovely gift the world has sent to me.
Yeah, do you believe that saying, you know, where people say if you love something, let it go, and if it was real, then it'll come back to you?
Never heard that saying before, but
No?
yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, because what he's referencing there, I say, open up your hands and let it fly away until the day it comes back and it was meant to be.
He held on tight, he put his arms around it and he squeezed with all his might. Don't fight, you should let it go. And sooner than you think it will be right back at your door.
So he's kind of repeating the same thing there, right? If you let it go, sooner you think it'll be right back at your door.
Open it up if you open up to learn. Got your hand between your legs and open it return. They're not concerned, it's so continuous. No matter what my opinion is, it's all strenuous. Summarized while the look in his eyes. He couldn't hold on after one too many tries. She held on tighter. She put her arms around it cause she knew it would excite her. Don't fight her, you should let it go. And sooner than you think it will be right back at your door. Open it up if you open up to learn. You got your hair between your legs, hoping it returns. They're not concerned, they so continuous. No matter what my opinion is, it's all strenuous. Summarized, cause she was not wise. She couldn't hold on after one too many tries. Hold on, it's what they say. But I say open up your hands and let it fly away. Till the day it comes back and it was meant to be. Take a look at a lovely gift the world has sent.
I like the beat. Those drums, those are like classic hip-hop drums that a lot of songs have used, but they sound really good. I'm not exactly sure what he's going for in this song. What's your interpretation?
Maybe he's talking about like maybe like a metaphor for something that happened to him. Like it'd be like a friend or a person you cared about that may have left and didn't come back, and he's saying how he keeps waiting for it to come back and it might return because maybe it didn't happen to him.
All right. That definitely could be. That's very interesting. I would love to know his thoughts, the walls and the windows.
The song reminds me of, I'm pretty sure it's a book, I haven't read it, but like that one is like the Witch and the Wardrobe.
Oh, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? Oh, yeah? Yeah,
The book has 2 W's, so that's sort of similar.
Yes. Okay, let's see what it's like.
The walls have ears, the windows have eyes, and a wise man tells no lies. The walls have ears, the windows have eyes, and a dead man tells no lies. The walls have ears, the windows have eyes, and a wise man tells no lies. The walls have ears, the windows have eyes, and a dead man tells no lies.
It's interesting that he equates a wise man tells no lies and a dead man tells no lies, right? But one of them is because he's smart, and the other one is because
he just physically can't.
He just can't physically can't, exactly.
And a dead man tells no lies, no lies, no lies. And a dead man tells no lies. If these walls can only talk, they would tell you things you wouldn't believe. These windows have seen sights you couldn't imagine. And it can't be erased with an index or a clean paper. See, the walls have been.
Yeah, would you think? Do you think if walls and windows could talk, that we would learn a lot about people?
Yeah, probably like the people in our household or previous owners from like a long time ago.
Yes. Do you think people would learn things about you that we didn't know if the walls had ears, windows had eyes?
Maybe.
Yeah.
For each and every wall that ever stood, it has a story. Some are not so obvious and some are self-explanatory. These pattern walls in my laboratory, they're looking through the keyhole of the dormitory. Up in my observatory, my telescope sees the glory, but it also sees the horror and the gory. They speak derogatory. A lot of text like the wall of Berlin, the wall of Nam, the wall of China, and my tag on the wall is a reminder. See, the walls have ears, the windows have eyes, and a wise man tells no lies.
So the Wall of Berlin, the Wall of Nam, and the Wall of China. Are you familiar with those?
The Wall of China, I know. I haven't heard of the other ones.
Yeah,
But I think that the Wall of Berlin is in Berlin.
yes, which
and
is
maybe Nam is Vietnam.
yes, very good, Vietnam, and Berlin. You know the country that is?
No.
Germany.
Oh.
So there used to be a Berlin Wall. It separated East Germany from West Germany, and because there was communism in East Germany, and there was just like capitalism in West Germany, and up until I think it was 1989 or so that there was a wall and that you weren't allowed to go from one side to the other. But then they brought the wall down in 1989 or around there, and then now there's no. The wall is permanently down.
Now, of course, the eyes are the true windows to the soul, as well as the windows to the world. So, whether plain glass or stained glass, every set of eyes has a set of windows with a set of eyes. Now, tell me what the world would be if we did not have windows.
So every set of eyes has a set of windows with a set of eyes.
What does it be like?
So every set of eyes has a set of windows with a set of eyes. What do you think he's trying to say there? Set of eyes has a set of windows.
Maybe
So-
it could be like the windows represent being like to see through things.
I was thinking maybe he's going for that, like your eyes are a window to the world, right? That you see.
Or to the soul.
Or to this, it could go outwards to the world, or I guess inwards to the soul, like you say. And so maybe that's the set of windows, right? Two windows, one out, one in, and those windows also have a set of eyes because maybe the outside world is judging you, sort of. Like other people.
Might be looking a bit too much into it. Sometimes things are just as it says.
No, but I think with him he's going for these deeper meanings, right? So I'm just going to keep going along this path. So the windows, like you look into the outwards, and then the people in the world, everyone else, you're not the only one in the world, right? So other people in the world are also looking with their sets of eyes, their set of windows, and they're seeing your eyes and your perceptions, and they have their own. So it's kind of all encompassing. So that's just my guess.
You would hardly ever catch the criminal or see the swim. Everyone inside would need AC when they sever. A private penitentiary at home is what it might resemble. See my window pane got so much pain, the glass is busting out the frame. So let the candle kindle in the window. As a symbol, I'll be leaving my window open, hoping I might get a breeze. But when the wind come in, the eyes come in, the eyes don't seem to want to leave. Despite eyes be enterprising, I know your movement. You can change your walls and windows with some building home improvement. But looky loose, they still be trying to look inside your walls. I hear it every single time your voice enough to make you tremble, leave you in limbo. Can it be all so simple? These is fundamentals for the mental, so don't get sentimental, cause these is not your windows. These walls are really rentals. They know everything you into, all the business that you tend to. So keep your windows rolled up, don't hold up the wall against the floor. And while you're window shopping, don't bother stopping at my store. I put a note in the window, but you couldn't read what it said. Instead, I took a rock and carved it in the glass, and it read: the walls have ears, the windows have eyes, and a wise man tells no lie.
That's a very dense verse there, so I just wanted to sort of go over it here and see if we could pull something out. So now tell me what the world would be if we did not have windows. You could hardly ever catch the criminal or see the swindle. So swindle or con, right? Go on. Everyone inside would need AC when they assemble. A private penitentiary at home is what it might resemble. So if we had no windows, then it would look like a prison. See, my window pane got so much pain. That's a line that Eminem made famous later, but this was first. That the window pane got so much pain, the glass is busting out the frame. So that's how to visualize that, eh?
Yeah.
Your actual window, because it's seeing all these crazy things out there, it has so much pain that it's kind of shaking and it's almost busting out the window frame. So it's very good imagery. So let the candle kindle in the window as a symbol. Look at all the rhyming there, right? The candle kindle in the window as a symbol.
Yeah.
All those internal rhymes. I believe in my window open, hoping I might get a breeze. But when the wind comes in, the eyes come in, and eyes don't seem to want to leave. So that's interesting. So when the wind comes in, the eyes come in, and eyes don't seem to want to leave.
Like maybe the breeze is like alerting the eyes, just like how the criminal or the swindle would.
Okay, yeah, that's good. So come in, and eyes don't seem to want to leave, because spying eyes be eyeing the prize and eyeing on your movement. So outside eyes are looking for eyeing the prize and eyeing on your movement. So it almost seems like someone's after you. You can change your wall and windows with some building home improvement, but looky-loos, they still be trying to look inside your window. So looky-loos are like people that, like peeping toms, have you ever heard that? Where people that will look in at people when they're not expecting it, right? Mm-hmm. Like a stalker, sort of. Yeah. The walls will hear it every single time your voice crescendos. So your voice crescendos is when it's getting loud, so maybe you're yelling for help, and the walls hear it. So it's enough to make you tremble, leave you in limbo. Can it all be so simple? That's a reference to Wu-Tang Clan. They have a song called Can It All Be So Simple? Because these are fundamentals for the mental, so don't get sentimental, because these are not your windows. These walls are really rentals. So I think what he's trying to say there is that we die, right? So we're just renting our bodies are sort of rented for a time, just so they're not really.
And then it expires.
Exactly. They know everything you're into and all the business that you tend to, so keep your windows rolled up and don't hold up against the floor. And while you're window shopping, don't bother stopping at my store. I put a note in the window, but you couldn't read what it said. Instead, I took a rock and carved it in the glass, and it read. So, again, kind of dark and ominous, I get from that. Very interesting song. I've always liked this one a lot. Okay, I just found a new website that may have some theories about what songs are about. So this is interesting. We'll see if it's any good. It's called Song Tell. So The Walls and Windows by Aceyalone and Mumbles explores the idea that the physical structures around us can have a lot of knowledge and insight into our lives that we may not be aware of. The walls are said to have ears and the windows have eyes, meaning that they are constantly observing and listening in on our lives. The song suggests that if these walls and windows could talk, they would reveal all the secrets and stories that they have witnessed over time. They are depicted as silent observers with a lot of knowledge that cannot be erased or hidden, no matter how hard one might try. The lyrics also touch on the theme of privacy and the difficulty of maintaining it in our modern world. The song suggests that even if one tries to change their walls and windows, or use AC to create a private space, there is always a chance that someone could be watching or listening in. Overall, the walls and the windows is a unique reflection on how the physical structures of our environment can impact our lives and our sense of privacy. What do you think of that synopsis?
I think that was actually a pretty good, like intel on what it means. It actually was pretty good.
So yeah, the next song is called the Jabberwocky, and it is a reference to
Alice in Wonderland.
Yes, which you're going to be for Halloween, which is very...
No, I'm not.
You changed your mind?
I changed my mind. The costume looks really bad.
Oh my. Okay, well, she was going to be, and so I guess the Jabberwocky is from Through the Looking Glass, which was a sequel by Lewis Carroll of Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland is awesome.
Yeah, so he's going to recite. I think he's just going to do the poem.
'Twas Brillick and the slithy toes did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the bulwark groves of them all wraths outgrave. Beware of the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that snatch. Beware of the jub bird and shun the firmiest bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand, long time the maxim and foe he sought. So rested he by the tum-tum tree and stood a while and thought.
The tum-tum tree.
Yeah.
And as a fish he thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes aflame came whiffling through the Toji woods. And burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through. His vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He left it dead, and with his head he went galloping back.
Snicker-snack.
And hast thou slain the Jabberwock, my son? Come to my arms, my beamish boy. O Frapper's day, Kaloo-Kalay, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas Brillick and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the way. All mimsy were the borrow groves and them all rats outgrave.
I didn't know like half of the words that this guy just said.
Yes,
What was
I
with
know.
the voice filter?
I know it is very. I do not know either. Like, let's see what they say here. It's a nonsense poem about the killing of a creature named the Jabberwock. It was included in his book Through the Looking Glass. He holds a mirror to one of the poems and reads a reflected verse of Jabberwocky. She finds the nonsense verse as puzzling as the odd land she has passed into, later revealed as a dreamscape. Jabberwocky is considered one of the greatest nonsense poems written in English. Its playful, whimsical language has given English nonsense words and neologisms such as galumphing and chortle. Oh, wow. Okay.
Wait, some of those words were actually words.
Well, actually, it looks like we just were doing some research on the Jabberwocky poem by Lewis Carroll, and they call it a nonsense poem because Alice found it and found that it was very puzzling, just like the world that she was in. But what's that?
Nothing.
But the interesting thing is that some of the words that he used, I think, have become words used more often in language. Galumphing and chortle.
Never heard anyone say that.
Well, chortle means sort of to laugh, and galumphing means sort of like to move, kind of like slowly and like a monster does. Let's see what.
Look at that guy. Look at his face.
The Jabberwock, yeah. So the two words that I've been using my whole life, not very often, but and seeing them, galumphing and chortle, were both created in that poem by Lewis Carroll, and that's very interesting. Learned two things today.
Yeah.
Yeah.